In this video, we're going to add integers, which means we're going to add numbers that are negative. But sometimes they write the negative with parentheses around it. So there'll be parentheses, negative, whatever number, and then plus another number. So this is what you'll see in my notation if you're in my class. And let's do an example. Let's change it to blue. What if we have parentheses, -4 plus 2? In this case, ignore the parentheses. They don't make any difference. It's just like the last video. If you watch the last video and you already can ignore the parentheses, you can stop the video right here and go do the quizzes that I've got in my assignments. But if you're still like, what, Miss Tyler, I don't understand. Okay, let's give it a go. So -4, we're gonna do our 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's our 4 negatives. Then we're going to do +2. That means I'm going to write down 2 positives because they're positive. I've got 1 positive, 1 negative, cancel that. Another negative, cancel that, because they always equal 0 when you add them together. We are left with -2 because there's negative signs and there's 2 of them. So that's the answer. All right, let's try another one that is in the format of positive first number plus parentheses a second number. And they kind of do it for this. Don't let it confuse you. This is not multiplication. I know a lot of you already know the rule that if you see parentheses, you multiply. But in this case, that plus sign blocks the number from being right next to the parentheses, which is when you would multiply. So in this case, we're not going to multiply because that plus sign blocks it. And let's do an example. Let's say we have 7 plus -3. What do you do now? Well, let's draw out our 7s. We have to know there's an invisible plus sign in front of the 7. That means we've got 7 positives. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah! Undo. 7. What did they write? Yep. And then let's do in pink. We've got -3. 1, 2, 3 negatives. Now I can match them up and cancel out. This goes to 0. This goes to 0. That goes to 0. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 positives remaining. And that is the answer. There's an invisible plus sign in front of this 4. And really, you could just delete the plus sign and just do 7 minus 3 on this one. That's kind of an easy way to think of it. Because when you get to higher levels, you're not going to have these small numbers where the drawing comes out easily. You're going to have pretty big numbers to deal with. And you're going to have to know, oh, it's really just 7 minus 3. What's that? And if you're doing my quizzes, you're not allowed to use a calculator. You have to do these on paper because that's how you're going to learn them the best. All right, now the last one you'll see is negative plus another negative. Now, how do we do this one? Let's do an example, parentheses, -1 plus parentheses, -8. What is that going to equal? Well, -1, 1 negative. That's easy. -8, oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I cancel anything out? No. There's no positive negative to cancel out. So this is another case of no canceling because they're all negative. Because they are all negative. And in this case, you actually just add them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the answer is, and they're negative, so it's -9. I like to put a box around it when I feel really comfortable with what I got. Be careful. This is where students go get tricked. They get tricked in math, and this is usually where they get tricked. All right, so see you in the next video.